Somebody asked if Kundalini energy is also sexual energy, and then there was a second part to the question, which was, how do I connect my sexual energy to my Kundalini energy? Now, when we speak about sexual energy, we can get very much lost in translation. It's about semantics. So when we say sexual energy, the moment you say sexual energy, one person will bring up one picture in their mind and another person will bring another picture into their mind. Like what is sexual energy? And why do we call it sexual energy, this Kundalini energy? So this type of sexual energy is a way of explaining what the Kundalini energy feels like. But here we're talking about a sexual energy that is running within the person's own body. It's not a sexual energy at this point, first. It's not a sexual energy that is being projected on another, or it's about the interaction between two or more people. It is about an inner experience of self. And the thing is, the Kundalini energy feels orgasmic. And here again, the word orgasmic can bring into some people's mind immediately their sexual organs. But once you've felt what the Kundalini energy feels like, you know that it feels like an orgasm that moves through the body, like a ball of pleasure, a ball of energy. And it's very orgasmic, but it's orgasmic in a different way. So I prefer to call it gasmic, gasms, that are not only associated with the sexual organs, but it is this joy explosion pleasure that ripples throughout the entire body. And that's why we call it sexual energy, is because it feels so good. It is extremely blissful, and it also, to try and explain it to a person that only knows an orgasm in the root chakra, that's why we sometimes say it starts in the root chakra. The Kundalini, it starts in the root chakra, because in the root chakra we have a lot of nerve endings. And the key to Kundalini awakening is a hyper-awareness within the nerves, a hyper-awareness of sensation, as we know in the root chakra, hyper-awareness of a sensation, and then a continued physical surrender into that physical sensation, and then that can cause an absolute explosion of pleasure within the root chakra. But now with the Kundalini energy, that explosion of joy, of pleasure, of surrender into the self completely, that sensation, which we can call the gasm, then through the imagination at first starts being moved through the other chakras. And it can even be moved through the entire body. But you can start by knowing that you can connect to the gasm in your root chakra. You know it, you know how to do it. And then you start playing with imagining. You can even use your hands. You start moving that internal explosive awareness up into your body. You can just move it up a little bit and then start playing with your imagination, that you're flowing it through your body. And as you visit this action often and you practice it, then you will start feeling that sensation, the gasm, shooting throughout the body. So why we say it's sexual energy is it's highly pleasurable. So if you want to awaken your Kundalini, it's a good idea to build a good relationship with pleasure. I find that pleasure is that last opening of the gate of the body into the pure consciousness within. It is that last surrender in. You will notice that as we can use the reference of the root chakra, that there comes a point of that surrender into the sensation, into pleasure. It becomes nice. It starts feeling good. And the more you lean into, like, give your focus into that good feeling, surrendering into that good feeling, it's like something in the body just opens to experience itself even deeper, and that's where the gasm happens. Now, we start moving that through the entire body, and you will notice that you can have as much pleasure in your heart as in your root chakra when you start moving that same process of absolute inner awareness, then feeling the pleasure, breathing, opening more, surrendering more into and this is how you start opening the channels through your body. You bit by bit, you start moving the gasm through your body, and that's how you start opening the channel flow. And you can move it up and obviously down, but there are more chapters on that. So that's it about Kundalini and sexual energy. Everybody who's had a Kundalini awakening will tell you that it's highly pleasurable. That's the only reason we call it sexual energy, so it's got nothing to do with anyone else. It can be assisted with the touch of a lover, where in a moment we accept the touch of the lover into the body and surrender into the pleasure of the touch. And we can even, as lovers, take each other through a process of inner surrender into the body, through the pleasure gate. Making love is a great inner meditation into the depths of the body, and then we can start moving that pleasure energy, the gasm. We can. I'm pretending I'm touching a lover. You don't have to only touch them with your hands. You can touch them with your mouth, your body. But the thing is to touch your lover with absolute awareness, and to call awareness into that place of touch from their side as well, to encourage them to breathe into the body, to feel into the pleasure, and then you can stroke it through their bodies for them, or just allow your lover to go into this beautiful, beautiful pleasure, nourishment, inner alignment with life force, with life source, with the aliveness, with the pleasure, with the vibrancy, with the gasm inside themselves. Or when you swap around and you receive and you allow yourself to be touched, to really go into that inner aliveness within you. Feeling the pleasure flowing through your body, where the touch is not just in order to get somewhere else, where the touch is full awareness. Full awareness, full awareness. You can move slow, bring full awareness into the pleasure body, so that the body opens more, feels more pleasure, relaxes more, feels more vibrant, feels more alive. And that is a path into the Kundalini awakening. So we can do it gentle, by slowly waking up all all the energy centers in the body. And the avenue of pleasure is a beautiful one to follow as that final surrender into the inner meditation into the body. I love you.